many people are good at drinking, but so are we, aren't we? So no generalizations. But Russian, when you have dinner, food it must be accompanied by drinks, and drinks must be accompanied by food. So it is a combination. And even if I don't force anyone to drink, but even if you wouldn't like to drink, you may always lift the shot glass to your lips and take a small sip. And also this is try to create the atmosphere, or its purpose is to create the atmosphere of mutual understanding. And when you are eating, there is always a host, and unless a general command, unless a toast has been given, drink juice and mineral water. And when a host has given a speech and asks you to raise your glasses, then it is time to have a drink. If you have clinked glasses with someone, and don't put down your glass without drinking, because it is a bad sign, and Russian people are superstitious. This is something that could be thought about a lot more. And then one hint, prepare speeches beforehand when you go, and you know that I am responsible for this project. And also on behalf of guests, it is very polite that you give a speech and you propose a toast. And Russian people have soft spot for compliments. And don't be afraid to praise people, place, arrangements, city, and please your hostess eat a lot, and please your host drink a lot. Joke, maybe. Petra had cultural activities, and so have I. It is for pleasure and entertainment, outings to the theater, for example, and if you visit St. Petersburg, which is a magnificent city in the world, it is a must Russian ballet. And dress up for the theater, or circus you go. Circus is also a very good tourist attraction for people. Sometimes they take you to unexpected places. I have been in unexpected places during my trips in a bathhouse with the men, but we were wearing swimming suits, and there was a group of people there, and also twigs, juniper. Juniper is a kind of, it is a tree, spruce, in Finnish kataja. I don't know what it is in English. In English it is juniper, but I don't know what it is in Swedish. Juniper. And they were beating themselves. I enjoyed it a lot. Kirovsk is a small town, and it was a tradition there. Also, I have had dinner when we were driving to the Kola Peninsula on the road, you know, this bumpy road, in the middle of the woods. There was a table in the bus, it was late, there was lots of food, and we stopped for a while and we had dinner there. Interesting. And trips to countryside, dachas. I have visited Russian dachas, and we had barbecues. And the last sentence on this slide is very important, that they expect the same sort of reception from us. And when I was involved in these activities, and we invited teachers from the Kola Peninsula. So everything was fine. We had lots of program, lots of activities during the week, and then on Friday at 4 o'clock it was stopped. Bang. And I was only responsible for these guests. What did I do? I invited them to our house, to our home. So you have to also devote some time at the weekend when you have invited your guests here, and take care of them. Arrange these cultural programs. Russian people may criticize their country, and sometimes this criticism is severe, harsh, I would say, but they don't like to hear it from a visitor. And forget politics, political views and terms. And democracy, capitalism, freedom, I would say democracy has not yet taken root completely in this country. So, and it is also a matter that has different meanings and understandings. It is a very difficult issue. So I wouldn't bring up these questions. But again, over a glass of vodka, pick up new information and establish personal contacts. This is a sentence that is almost on every slide. Attitude of time. We are Lutherans. We are time-oriented people. Russian people are very relaxed, and I have noticed that they get on very well with French people, for example, concerning this aspect. As an example, a friend of mine, she calls me. She says that Eva, I'll pop in your house just for 5 minutes, and she stays 2 hours. 15 minutes late, not considered late at all. Up to 30 minutes is not late, even if you had to wait at the metro station. Don't feel offended. It is not from the lack of respect, but it is a cultural attitude to time. Still, a person holds you in great esteem. Attitude to money. This is complicated. There are sayings, wealth does not imply happiness. Happiness cannot be bought for money. And when I have studied one book concerning Russian culture shock. I have lots of books, but this is one of the books I use quite a lot. So they tell about, they date back, the book dates back to the second half of the 19th century. There were rich merchants in Russia, entrepreneurs, we would call them today. And one example is Pavel Tretyakov. In Moscow there is the Tretyakov Gallery, a very excellent museum. And this man had an exquisite, very fine artistic taste, and he had money. And he is as an example. So these rich merchants, they didn't give it money to their workers, to the personnel, but they give money to local poor. They build hospitals, they build schools, but they spend this money, and that's the idea. But if we understand that an economic instability has prevailed, has been going on in Russia for many years, so people have thought that it's senseless to save money. And sometimes money is regarded as an evil thing, and it could lose its value. So there is this squandering when we think it is wasting something foolishly and carelessly, and we are always surprised at Russian people spending their money foolishly and carelessly. And I know that real estate companies in London are satisfied with their Russian customers who do not bargain, who buy estates there. And it is a habit among a certain group of people to spend money on the grandest scale and flippancy, not respecting money, not showing serious attitudes. Money doesn't bring happiness.